Yo, what's up, everybody? Simple Okay, I bet we know video for this Wednesday. I know for y'all, man. Okay, I probably news out of Memphis to where the mass shooter, man, Ezekiel Kelly had pled guilty to the charge of murder and how he doing 221 years in prison for the murder, that occurred. But I said around 3 years ago to where he was on until where I did a video before saying he was, got charged of basically killing like I think 3 people. I don't know. I probably killed like 3 people, 4 people. To where he went on top of the murder spree. So I probably say I don't know. I probably say he went on top of the murder spree to where he went up, killing people from different areas in the city. And but he facing time for murder. How he doing time for, for I think first degree murder charges of him trying to shoot to the until we shot a man out the outer zone area until we shot like a people. I said different areas, but he doing time for murder and how doing getting out. But I feel like the dude crashed out, man. He crashed out and how he doing time and how he doing getting out. So I said in the video to where he want to I said in the video to where I think he want to ask the victims basically. I said to forgive him. I said what he did back 3 years ago to where he had asked him to forgive him for what he did and how he trying to forgive himself, for doing probably a bad thing, a type of evil act, that caused him, doing like time, behind bars before he did it. But I feel like dude is a Kelly, so I guess it's a dude had crashed out over on emotions and how he's doing time behind bars before he did and how he basically took like 3 lives and 4 lives, I think 4 lives and 5, I don't know, but I feel like he took like 3 lives, I think, when he was like trying to drive to different areas and shooting, killing the victims and stuff, but how he's still, doing time for life. And so I think he's doing life with no parole. So I think he's a murderer, how he shot and shot and killed 4 victims or 3 victims or something like that. And how he went on top of, I think, a murder spree to where he crashed out, man. So I feel like, like, I don't know, I feel like that, if you are out here trying to kill somebody, or because you're too much emotional, or you're just evil, cold-hearted person, means that you should do that time behind bars. I feel like dude is doing like using, for what he did. So I think he's doing like 2020. So I think he's doing, I think after 221 years in prison until a judge gave him life, means that dude getting out anytime soon. So I feel like he doing life behind bars for murder and how he doing time. So and man, I don't know. I feel like I sad unfortunate, man. So this dude had crashed out over emotions, how he killed somebody, how he killed like 5 victims out there. It's until the victims is is dead right now, dead, buried in the ground. Or but I don't know. I seen live back around 3 years ago. So I seen live video to we shot and killed a man. I saw at the AutoZone place where he was like, so I seen a video where he brought a gun and shot the victim in the face. Till the victim had, I guess, had died or either survived. I don't know, but he shot the dude somewhere I think called the AutoZone place right there. And how he shot the victim. And but yeah, man, I feel like he dude was a cold-hearted person, man. So where he had shot folks out there without wild thinking, man. But I feel like he doing lifeline ballers for what he did. How he, basically trying to ask people to forgive him. I said what he did in the past and how he had, took a life. And how he trying to, trying to deal with the fact that he, dude, getting out no more, man. He getting out, man. I feel like dude, ain't getting out, man. He still facing serious time, but I feel like he's doing time for, I said what he did back all 3 years ago. And how the victim had died and some survived, but so it's sad. So yeah, so I'm sure the couple of y'all so much like coming in. I say just rocks with peace. Admire, take care, and peace.
3 consecutive life sentences without a possibility of parole, plus an additional 221 years Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre was inside that courtroom. He joins us now live. Jeremy, take us into that courtroom with you. I mean, we know victims' families were in there. What was their reaction as all of this unfolded?
Well, look, a lot of them feeling closure right now because the outcome that they wanted. Now, understanding that Ezekiel Kelly, a 23-year-old man, will now spend the rest of his life in a state prison. Understanding that Ezekiel Kelly, he pleaded guilty to 28 counts, and those 28 counts come with 3 consecutive life sentences with no possibility of parole, as well as an additional 221 years. Again, that means Ezekiel Kelly will spend the rest of his life in jail. Now, in this hearing, we heard those counts read out by Judge James Jones. We also got a chance to hear from Ezekiel Kelly himself, but that came after we heard victim impact. We actually heard from the brother-in-law of one of the victims, Aubrey Miller, and he went very, very detailed as to what he is expecting Ezekiel Kelly to do while serving time in prison and how this has affected him. Take a listen.
But I do know this. I'm just requesting him, no matter where they send you to your grave or to hell. God knows you, but the devil sentences you. And when you know that he sentenced you, all I can tell you, one day just look in the mirror, take a look at yourself and say, what have you done? You've been convicted of all these things, but I will tell you one thing. Your name is Ezekiel. It's come from a word in the Bible, fairness. But you can't see yourself. You have lost yourself. Only way you can find yourself is through God.
Now, according to Ezekiel Kelly's attorney, Michael Scholl, they have been working on this plea deal for quite
I chose to get rid of them. And I noticed, even though my legal team exists on able to write one, I kind of noticed it. The insight that they had was limited. And they only could come from me. They only could come from my heart. Yeah. What I had to say couldn't be written down or what I had to have was feeling. One may able to been explained by my team, but along the way, me being incarcerated, me being in Shelby County jail, I experienced a lot of things in my life, and he gave me the ability to come here today and enter his gift. And I believe there is nothing I can say about that day, and everything that occurred. I acknowledge it. There's nothing I can say to neither victim or the victim family. But I believe that it's all about where do I go from here. And the choice I begin to make along the way as I go through life, on this journey we call life. And I believe there's no closure for anyone. But I also know that there's nothing I can say to bring no one, family, no one back. There's nothing I can say to give nobody any closure, but we all gotta deal with this within our whole life.
Okay, y'all, back to part 2 of the video, man, about the mass shooter, Ezekiel Kelly, man. So I believe that he did this court until I think I believe he's felt kind of sorry about what happened. So I think he felt kind of sorry that he had took people's lives, and how he still is doing time behind bars. I think about things I don't understand. Why would you try to take a life anyway, man? But I feel like but I do feel like this dude. I don't know. I think he got like issues. Probably when he was coming up, or either he got issues when he was young, or either he just went wild. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's not good to take a life, man. Anyway, man, especially people got family, kids. Like some got kids. Like some got families. To go to. Mistake. People are gone, and I feel like the dude basically took the lives of people out there. How he took a life and how he should do his time, and I think in jail, prison, man. But I feel like he doing 208 and I think 21 years imprisonment for his actions, and how he took a life is not good. But I feel like he took a life by over him being evil, man. But I feel like he had to take a. I don't know. I feel like they hit it. I feel like they if you took a life, or somebody, be your family member, your mom and dad, your cousin, anybody, man, means that you're causing the death, the grief for someone's life. I feel like the person who lost someone in gun violence, it'd be over someone who's evil, man. But I feel like, dude, I think Ezekiel Kelly is doing a lot of time. I saw what he did and how he caused the life of people who has, who gone, they all deceased, man. But I feel like that, he took a life. I saw over being stupid, man, evil, and I care about what he caused. But I feel like he just trying to take a life because he, probably I don't know. I think but things I understand that he probably did this because I think he was on drugs, or either he was on something. I don't know the cause of the crash out like that. But he took a life, and how he doing time for his actions, and so I'm saying in my video, every time I do a video, I say this to y'all, man. I say, if you're man enough to kill somebody, mistake, you're man enough to do a lot of prison, man. That's it, man. I feel like they, I feel like they, if you're a dude, basically, trying to kill somebody over emotions, mistake, you causing the, I don't know. I feel like he doing that time for, I saw what he did to the victims who killed, and but I feel like he doing time in prison by balls and getting out, man. But I heard that he doing life, the ill, man. Me say, again, a couple of sentences. Me say, doing getting out anytime soon. But I feel like he had to, pray to God, make sure that God, hears his heart, make sure, I feel like he need help in prison, man, for his own life, everything going through in life would be how God should, I was able to forgive him, for doing, what he did to the people out there, I said family out there, they had kids and stuff, man, how they gone, but I feel like he took a life, and but it's sad, man, so that he doing lifetime, in prison, forever, man, sad, so make sure like, comment in, strive for peace. I'm out here, take care, and peace.